Hey there, and welcome back to Daily Challenges, an educational monster train series where we try to push score on the daily leaderboards. Putting this one up pretty late today. I've been on a major bender working on something completely unrelated to my recordings, and as a result, well, I didn't lose track of the time. Let me be clear. I've actually been awake for a while. I've just been focusing on something and hyper fixating, and I really needed to make good progress on that so that I feel I was able to step away from it. It's D&D related. I'm basically creating a new character. So, stuff like that. That's been on my mind all day. I would not be able to play Monster Train if I hadn't made some headway. So, anyway, here we are. So, what are we doing today? It is a daily challenge. Incredible. We're playing Little Fade. Well, that's fantastic. Now, this is actually not as good as you might think. It's interesting. We are fortunately Stygian. And the reason why I'm talking about it being interesting and challenging is we actually have Starry Suffering, which is probably the most crippling modifier in the game. Friendly units enter with Dazed 2. That's really bad. So bottom floor plays become very difficult. Now we do actually also pick up Arcane Allergy. Enemy units enter with Spell Weakness 1. This is fun because these two combo together in one of the expert challenges as well. So that's kind of interesting. Which is actually also a very difficult expert challenge. And then we get Puny Things. Friendly units start at 1 space. This is very good, right? This is extremely powerful. I mean, it's why you're able to get this big upside, is because you have the big downside of Starry Suffering. But this would normally be outrageously good with Little Fade, a lot of tiny things behind her if we roll Firelight or something like that. But because of Starry Suffering, you can't easily tank these floors out. So bottom floor plays will be fairly difficult. Now, we could get a spell weakness, spell damage deck going and get a turn 1 kill that way, but none of these scores have cracked 80k yet, which is surprising. Surprising. A lot of 70s though, which means that this is a pretty strong run. Well, and also more people have finished the run in the time since the daily began, but more than anything, this tells me that the high end is not that high, actually. It's going to be fairly difficult to achieve. So we'll kind of just have to see what we end up with. But yeah, our previous daily was a surprise number 2 finish. Fantastic. We had a large stone, major refraction, Sunderstone, Animus of Will, self-infused. Pretty cool. With a spell chain holdover perils propping it up. -2 double stack void binding doing a lot of work. And then a late game sketches of salvation to bring it all together and at least competently push numbers through. The surprise number 2 finish was pretty cool, though. I'm very surprised that we managed to do that. Granted, it was a little bit early in the day. I think by the end of the day, it was, a 12 finish, but regardless. So, it's one of those things. I mean, it depends on when you finish the daily, right? Some people made comments on the video and were like, this run actually was really bad, and you should feel bad, and people at the end of the day are going to have crushed this score. And it wasn't terribly wrong, right? Number 12, however, I would say that's not terrible either. I feel not bad about that, even at the end of the day, after, better players have started or whatnot. I very easily can identify ways of optimizing that in hindsight, so fair enough. But anyway, let's go ahead and get in on this run and see what we roll into. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's see what in the world this Fade run looks like today. This would be a really fun run if it weren't for Starry Suffering, but instead it's going to be really strange, is the best way I can describe it. Alright, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing okay. Like I mentioned, I've been hyperfixating, so as a result, that is changing the way that I'm experiencing the day. I do need to make up some recording, so we're working on that now. But yeah, as before, so we are Exile Melting Default Stygian. We're facing Double Barrel Daedalus, Curse Fell, and Patient Seraph. We have Purifying Cleanse, Ice Tornado, Mortal Entrapment. They're fine. Ice Tornado is a weaponized spell power ability. We could put some upgrades in this and turn it into a big blast. It's not my ideal choice because it can be difficult to connect with bosses, but it is pretty darn good all the same. Purifying Cleanse is fine if we end up on some kind of Firelight path. Keep in mind, by the way, that we're absolutely not taking Eternal Flame here because we're not going to be able to play her, get her to attack, and then die. We play her, she would do nothing and then die. So we're pretty much going to be focusing on Firelight, hopefully, but maybe I would consider... Oh, would I consider Spike's Fade? Maybe. I mean, I don't need her to attack if so. Maybe, actually. Just like straight up unironically, I might consider it. So, fair enough. Mortal Entrapment's good against Patient if we need it, but we'll see. We want to go fast enough that Patient's not really a threat. Temples today are on 2, 3, 4, 8. Fine. Dupe on 8 is Magic side. Nothing fancy. Steel and Magic on 7. No removals. Both sides pretty okay. Magic side has the Cave. Steel has a Horde. Magic no Steel on 6. We have a Hellvent Cave Horde, though. That's pretty good. The Magic side does have a Vortex. Trinket Shop with money in the middle on 5. Competes with a Magic Shop. Second Mist Steel. So that's interesting, right? Yeah, that is the second Mist Steel there. We do get a Steel on 4 with... It's pretty bad, actually. Pyromanes and money competing with another good Magic Shop with Vortex and Stygian banner. It's interesting because usually, if you miss Steel Shop twice in a row, you'll see the Steel doubled on ring 2. But because the missing Steel happens late, the second one is on ring 6, it doesn't actually give it to us, which is curious. We end up with only the one set of shops in the early game. Stygian banner with Steel, Remnant banner with Magic, and then another Remnant banner with a Hellvent on 3. So, interesting. We're pretty front-loaded in the run. 3 temples early game, only 1 at the end. So, we're going to need to do a lot of infusions fast in order to actually push our numbers up. Let's look at Fade first here. Okay, we get Little Icarus or Firelight. Firelight is pretty good because we don't actually need her to attack, and she can buff the floor, so that's pretty neat. I do think it's also the best line here by a wide margin, and is the most likely to enable a bottom floor play, so we'll do that. Fade's First Blade. Damage is damage, man. I mean, yeah, Fade's First Blade, and then we also have the ability to slam every single Train Steward on the floor, so... it's pretty good. Now, I don't know if bottom floor plays are going to be that good, generally speaking, here, right? It's tough. Like, this is a strong bottom floor play, but I just don't know, right? Like, she dies, great. I don't know if this is going to work, is the thing, right? Maybe we can, maybe the top floor we can make it work. How do I approach this? Purifying Cleanse bottom floor and then Ice Tornado middle? I like that. That's good. Now, it does mean we don't get to do anything bottom floor, but it could be worse, right? We can bring her back and she burns out. And then I think the hope here is that... yeah, the hope here would be to not have to kill this top floor because we actually just win here, right? Yeah, and we super do. So this actually does work out in our favor. Cool. Great, in fact. Great, we get the bottom floor kill. This is kind of what you're hoping for. Maybe use spells to prop up this early game a little bit. We get everything perfectly there, fantastic. Draft is, I mean, we have Firelight, yes, please. I will take Draft. It's correct, 10 times out of 10. Flash Freeze is pretty good. I like a ping in a big way. Mollusk Mage, however, tempting, right? But I don't think it's the right pick here. I think the Mollusk Mage may actually be way better than he seems. Maybe not as like my main unit, right? It's not like Mollusk Mage infused with Draft, probably. But just having him on the floor is pretty solid when everything's one space. Nice thing is he's propping up Frozen Lances and stuff. I kind of like the Mollusk Mage here. I'm going to take that. And then as far as early game... let's see, Lady of the House looks pretty sick here, right? We're going to grab that. She's big numbers and fast, and Burnout is propped up, so I like that. Good, great. We'll go to the right. I think I would like to look at a steel shop here. See if I roll into something good. Quick, burnout 1. Stygian banner. Siren of the Sea? I don't see that being that necessary. Shark's good, but he's good. I'll take the Shark, actually. He's a good mid-ranger. We're going to do pretty much everything we can here. So we're going to infuse Giraffe into Lady. Doing this for the banner priority here. Multi-strike is your friend. The plus 30, I'm going to make Ice Tornado hit as hard as I can. Seems good. The Purge... I think we just purge a Frozen Lance here. You could maybe argue for the Mortal Entrapment, but I don't think so. I think purging a Frozen Lance is fine. Okay, we're taking all the shards. Don't worry. We're going to re-roll this shop. Actually, I'm going to take a plus 25 on Shark first. He's going to be the guy in front, right, is the goal. And he's nice because if he dies and I roll an Endless, I don't actually care if he attacks, right? Because Frostbite is the point. So that works out in our favor. This lets me re-roll here pretty comfortably. We see a multi-strike. All right, we're going to make the Lady of the House pop off here. It's good. I like that. Do I want... No, I'm going to hold off on this. I could give her a plus 25, make her even thicker, and then... I do like that. That's pretty nice. And then I can dupe it immediately on ring 3, which I like, and I will do. 10 times out of 10. So that seems pretty strong, yeah? It's true. I don't know if I need this, is the thing, right? We're going to have a... The only thing you have to watch out for is if there's, like, big upgrades. I think this actually provides a lot of value. I think it's enough. We'll just do this. I'm a little leery about it, but I think it's fine. I do think we want to cut like a train steward right now would be okay. We have enough stuff I'd rather get on the floor, and there's value to doing this early, so we'll move on. I think that's reasonable. We should be able to get through the spikes here, thanks largely to Shark, actually. So that's cool. It's a good turn 1. We basically just play everything out like this. You see, we get through the Reconciler here, though, which I'm a big fan of, so that's nice. Great. Now, this roll is not a fantastic one, so we bring back Fade. Sure, great, no problem. Making progress, sure thing. Let's put a Train Steward down. You might as well. He can have some burnout here. I'm going to take the Collector. We potentially risk a... Yeah, okay, so here's the play. We're going to Ice Tornado once upstairs right now. And then if I can win here, which I do, you just bring back Fate on this one, and it's a crush. And we don't even have to do anything else, so it works out. Yeah, cool. I could have put the Maul's Mage down first, whatever. It doesn't matter. We actually just win here, and this works out in our favor, so that's good. A good turn will... A good setup here. We get the bottom floor, we get the Collector, we get everything, we take no damage. Great. Fantastic. Engulfed in Smoke is probably the play. I'm looking for survivability from Patient or something like that. Remnant Host, no thanks. Hallow Drippings, not bad, I'll admit. Engulfed in Smoke does hurt the Shark a little bit, but I think the Shark is going to help us no matter what anyway, so I kind of don't mind. Energy Siphon, I feel like we should take this. Reminder that this is go fast. A big spell damage helps, so we go to the right here for sure. Divine Temple, great. Spell Chain. Sure, Spell Chain, Energy Siphon seems fine. It's basically double stack. Yeah, it's basically double stack. We get another Purge. I mean, I'm going to Purge a Frozen Lance, I suppose. Actually, it's going to be Mortal Entrapment here, I'm pretty sure. Well, I think it's actually Frozen Lance, if I'm being honest, because it's going to be difficult to play this Mortal Entrapment anyway. I'll think about it. The infusion here is, what, Mollusk Mage and a Titan Sentry? Honestly, fine. Sure. Get some magic power on the floor, I do like that. Yeah, I think that's fair. Put him on, great. I'm gonna look, the dupe is easy, this is a dupe of the lady, but I'm gonna look first at some other options. Tycoon's not terrible, I'll be the first to tell you. He's actually pretty decent. I don't like slowing myself down too much. And I'm going to be putting a lot of ladies on the floor. I think we're okay with this as is. I'll have 2 ladies, Titan Sentry. I think we skip that. You could maybe argue your way into that Tycoon just for money. But let's see if we overstack first. We do, in fact, get to overstack the lady here. She's very bulky. As soon as she starts swinging, she's cooking. So we'll take that, and we will dupe her immediately. It's a big Pact Shard jump. The Purge here, I think we can reasonably get away with Mortal Entrapment being the Purge. Yeah, fine. Okay, we're looking to do big numbers and do them fast. We're very high on shards. It's actually a pretty quick run so far. I haven't had to do anything too fancy. It's just Fade first, followed by Lady. She gets smacked a bit here, but that'll be okay. Now, depending on the order of draws, yeah, so I think this is going to be a primitive mold, Fade first, then Lady middle, and then we actually put Mollusk Mage Titan Sentry on mid-floor. It's weird, but I like this because it means I get a lot of frostbite on the man, so that's pretty cool. Big fan of that. Now we do get some attacks here, which is nice. Mid-floor gets crushed a bit. I think what I would like to do is Ice Tornado middle. It keeps Shark alive, annoyingly, but I think we're going to get a chance to big hit the boss here, right? It's pretty darn good. Man, I don't know if I could have gotten any better on that. With the energy siphons being what they are. It's hard to say. We do clear bottom floor at least, but I don't think we could have pushed that number any better. That's okay, I think. I can then put down, what, a whole bunch of train stewards just to fill out this floor and get buffed up, and we should easily crush this, right? I can finish with a Mortal Entrapment and just slam. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I could see a faster play here. Only 2 spell weakness, and we, at best, we're going to look at, what, 450 damage? Which is never enough to kill. Might have been a way to pull this off if I had... What, I drafted that from Ring 2. There's no other chance. There was no double stack anywhere, no options. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's just the way it is. No early kill on Daedalus. Wax and Spike. Although, let me be clear, Wickless Recruitment is probably the pickup here, right? It removes Burnout, which is annoying, but more importantly, it removes the Starry Suffering Dazed effect. This could enable me to turn 1 do something, which is actually really good. I don't think I need more units here. I just need to dupe the ladies and clear them up. So I think we'll just take money. Card draw, I mean, we can already fit 4 people on the floor. It's pretty good. As far as final infusions go, I only need 4 units now. I can put Train Steward and a Train Steward coming up. And then we save the last Train Steward for whatever we draft for unit-wise that we can put in on Ring 8. We'll have, what, 4 ladies plus Fade is sufficient, I think. We'll take Draw for now, I think. think draw for now, yes. Okay, now, removals are interesting, but more importantly, I think magic shops are pretty good. If I could line up like an ice tornado on a... well, I don't know. I'm trying to think about it. Double stack on the energy siphon is pretty expensive. It becomes a 3-coster. Holdover, I don't think I need. -1s are valuable. Removals are decent. I could take the Stygian banner just to throw it on a train steward and get rid of it. The steel shop's not great. I already have full health. Let's go left, yeah. Stygian banner here. This doesn't really matter. I will take the Cold Kalia, I guess. Fine. Sure, I need a unit, so sure, why not? Take it, doesn't really matter. We're gonna go Firelight 2. Straightforward. Removals, I don't really know what I'm gonna remove, but... Tendon Piercing on the Ice Tornado. Now, here's another thought, is I could increase my shard count by doing +30, and then duping this for 20 shards each. But I think that we increase the speed that we win this run on every pre-relentless opportunity by duping the ladies instead, which will result in higher scores. So with that in mind, we're going to go for the Tendon Piercing here instead. I'll take the +30 anyway in the other Ice Tornado, absolutely. Infusion-wise, I do not want this banner unit. We're just going to put that into a Train Steward real quick and then literally immediately remove it. Great. Last 2 Train Stewards are fine. They can fit on the floor for the moment. I am looking for... Remove Consume? No. +10. It's not bad, but... More than anything, I'm thinking -1, engulfed in smoke here. Yeah. I think that's the play. Yes. +10. I mean, you can put this in, like, Purifying Cleanse. It's fine. I'll do it, actually. Sure. Reroll this. 20 consume on a Frozen Lance, not bad. Basically a removal, I'll take it. Permafrost, don't really care. Make the Engulfed in Smoke free. Permafrost, I could save a Primitive Mold, but I don't think it matters. If I'm going to remove something, what would I cut? Not actually sure right now. I think we'll save our money. I have to actually remove something. May as well be the other Frozen Lance, I suppose. There's only 1 temple left after this, so possibility of 2 slots. If I have to, I can put 1 in the Ice Tornado and something in a Purifying Cleanse. So I think we can just cut a Frozen Lance here, and that's fine. Down to 17 cards, drawing 6 a turn. Most of these are units, so yeah, fair enough. Alright, let's move on. I'm going to save my money for the time being. We could take that cash and then go to a trinket shop. Big advantage of doing that would be seeing like Wax or Snuffer or something. Take this trial. Now, here's a question for you. Do I play top floor? Depends a lot on what my next draws are. Let's try the bottom floor angle first, right? Let's try that. We're going to go ahead and Engulfed in Smoke before putting down Fade. And then we will... I'll Burnout Extend. I don't actually want to... I want to pop the Frozen Lance, but not on this guy. Okay. So that was fine, but we take 20 damage for it, so I don't feel good about that. I think what we do is we go... Yeah, it's tough. I think we go back in. We might just take a hit because of the conduits here. It's a little tricky. So if we're going to do that, we go play upstairs. Same idea as before... Then it comes upstairs. Now, the thing is, I want to make sure... Playing Shark answers a chunk of this, right? Not very well, though. Not very well, yeah. The collector spawning up top is actually bad. This ended up being worse than... Yeah, that actually ended up being significantly weaker. Shark is not getting hit enough times. There might have been a way to do this by making one of the ice tornadoes cheaper, or taking Ember. Ember would have also done this successfully, so that is perhaps a lesson learned. Yeah, it's tough. I think we do send it with the ice tornado, and then we take 20, and that sucks. But that's pretty... Gosh, that's so many points. And then you have to, what? Ice tornado upstairs, and we still take a... I should have played the energy siphon in front, yeah. Okay, so that's tragedy. Okay. Yeah, I should have taken Ember, I think. Should have taken Ember. Recognized that I needed it for the ice tornadoes. I think that's going to cost me a lot in terms of score here. So that's a bummer. Okay. Well, nothing I can do about it now, unfortunately. Yeah, well, it is what it is. So, okay. 20 damage. I don't think there's any trickery I can do for that. And then we don't need to do anything too fancy here. We go single energy siphon up top. And then we send it. And then we take what? Dang, another... Like, when I'm eating dirt here. This is a tough combat at this shard level. This guy's gonna crush me. Yeah, he does another 20 damage. Good grief. Now, I mean... Fortunately, we can finally do something. I can... What? Play Shark upstairs. I mean, I'm not very well, actually. I changed my mind. I wonder if I should have just... Ice tornadoed that one too? I don't think so. It's another 10. I mean, I'm taking like billions and billions of damage here. I think we win this combat pretty confidently, but it's not great, right? Yeah, we win the combat. I don't even need to do anything. That's so much damage, though. It's basically, what, maximum score lost? I don't think the trial really changes much, but... Well, I don't want to spend 1,000,000 hours trying to get through this, so I think I'm just going to let it ride, but it is a big bummer. Behold, by the way, I get the power of Fade's First Blade, plus remove Burnout, plus get rid of Starry Suffering. It's actually pretty cool. Am I gonna let this ride? I think I am. I don't know. I don't want to spend 1,000,000,000 hours on this. I'm already uploading it late. It's fine. Whoa, 50 damage taken. Okay. Alright. Good shot. Another wickless recruitment is not terrible, although I think the resin removal is the better pick here, if I'm being honest with you. I can put it in. I can do a lot of work with an intrinsic on that. I'll take the urchin spines as well. Anything that speeds me up just the slightest bit there is great. I'm going to go left. We're going to look for Waxer Snuffer or something like that. Yeah, okay, there it is. Great. Waxer Snuffer, fantastic. Tethys' Scales will also help. Improved Firebox will also help. Let's look at the cave real fast. Trap Shoot, Pulley Claw. These are fine. They're fine. I mean, Trap Shoot moves an enemy back in and potentially lets me do some stuff to Patient. Right, Pulley Claw might be better on Patient, though. I could maybe lift him up and then force him to eat around on his own. That's true. certainly an option. I think I should take one of these. The question is, trap shoot? Maybe I can use this to bring something back down to bottom floor in rings, what, 5, 7, 6 maybe? Yeah, something like that. I could bring something back down before I'm really set up, and then that's helpful. I like the trap shoot for that. Polyclaw, I think, maybe gets tough. Polyclaw maybe assembles a very strong pre-relentless shotgun, though, right? I can move something up and then move the boss up and then send it to him. I think we potentially save more health with trap shoot here. If I saved health, then that's score. I think getting the pre-relentless faster is going to be more powerful, though. Let's take the Polyclaw. I think I can use that to assemble something strong. Now, as far as other stuff, Tethys' Scales is almost certainly going to be necessary here, right? It's just so much bonus damage. We love that. And we move on. Yeah, huge pickups. Trial for sure. Okay. It's a good turn 1. It's a great turn 1, in fact. Tons of damage coming out here. I like that for me. Get the Titan Sentry down. Like that as well. It does guarantee we at least kill one of these dudes, which is nice. Now here you can see the Wickless recruitment allows one of them to actually swing here, which is pretty huge. And then we just Ice Tornado upstairs and clear that out. We can Engulfed in Smoke pretty comfortably here, and that's also fine. She kills everything, which is great. Cool, and then we can do Primitive Mold, and we have it, right? We have the bottom floor kill. Yeah, we're looking pretty good here now. Great. Fantastic, in fact. We just completely blow that man up, and then Fade comes down. There's no reason not to do this, right? So we'll do it. Great. Seems good to me. Cool. Let her burn out. Incredible work. And then this easy wins here. It's fine. Great. No problems. Absolute crush. Good. Good, good, good. All right. Easy ring 5. Hallowed Halls. This is bad because of the interaction with Dazed, unless I have resin removal. I think we just chill. We have a small enough deck that we're drawing fast enough on things. I think we're fine. We skip here. Another Urchin Spines. I don't think I need another one. I don't think I need another one. Let's just skip for money. I think we get more value out of doing it this way. We go to the right, of course. I need another dupe, absolutely. Light's Gift, Resin Block, Pyrestone Housing. Pyrestone Housing, not as good as it sounds. We already have 3 upgrades here. We're also duping right now. Light's Gift is fine, I suppose. I'll take the Resin Block, actually. I mean, there's the possibility something dies and gets reformed, and this does a little bit bonus damage. Or I could sell it, right? 25 gold is 25 points. None of these help enough. I'm going to sell it for 25 gold. Fine. Memorial Fund, however, is worth more than 25 gold. We will have 5 units die over the course of this run. So, although Titan's Claws does make tornadoes free, which are pretty huge. Yeah, okay. Titan's Claws makes Frozen Lances free, or Frozen Tornado things free. I think that's going to help us more than anything else. Let's go ahead and look and see if we get a cave upgrade first. Trade Pyre Health for money? Yeah, I'll do it. Seems good. It's trading for points. And then the dupe here is on another lady for sure. We're going fast is the goal. So our goal is to go very fast. And she does big damage numbers fast. Now, there's a potential argument for Okay, actually, this is going to be a real struggle fiesta, isn't it? So, I need to not take pyre damage if we can avoid it. So, oof, this is going to be painful. We didn't roll a good draw here. Yeah, didn't roll a good draw here. That means we're going to have... I'm taking damage next turn, actually. I should have taken Ember. I didn't even... I brain off to this. I really think Ember would have helped us out on this one. It's such a bummer. We're getting absolutely crushed here because of the draw order. We're eating dirt. Absolutely eating dirt. Single Wickless Recruitment does a lot of work downstairs, at least, killing a dude. I need to not eat a million pyre damage, so I think Titan Sentry doesn't get it either, huh? He doesn't actually kill Mr. 24 pyre damage. Hold up, do I have to play top floor here? This is actually kind of funny. I should have really taken Ember, recognizing this. This is a bad mistake on my part. I missed a better ring 4 for it. I missed all sorts of stuff. It's tragic, I think. Is it actually better to take that or not? No, I don't think we take that 5. I had to think about that and see it on the board. Okay. I think we accept a top floor and try to go for a pre-relentless with spell weakness, and it's going to look a little gross. We don't get the lady number 2 out because we get punished here. We'll stop as much damage as we can. We sure will, is the plan. I'm going to try to clear out this thing upstairs a bit. I think I need to do that. Okay, we eat a billion damage here. This is unavoidable. But we clear the floor, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and play Shark. How important is Shark here? Shark should probably actually go mid-floor, if I'm being honest with you. It's going to save me future turns. This is rough. I think we want to stop 9 damage here by playing triple weights of Contrition, actually, and not playing the Shark. I will play it on middle like this. That clears that out. We take 5. Okay. Gross. Absolutely gross. I then have to Weight of Contrition, and I think Weight of Contrition. We at least push decent numbers here. We are tragically doing really bad otherwise. I do get the free ice tornadoes, which I think are incredible. Let's go ahead and blast here. It's actually kind of wild that we rolled like that, which lets me push like 200 more there. I think we're going to stop as much pyre damage as possible still, so we're doing our best. I think I want to... If I raise the boss up... She will take 111 to like 170 more. I think the play is Energy Siphon, Weight of Contrition, play the lady upstairs, and then Engulfed in Smoke this. I could roll in something really good because she has to go upstairs right now. This could be, yeah, we get the Wickless Recruitment here. We come really close to a pre-relentless here. I think if we had drawn or held onto an ice tornado, potentially we do better here. Okay, hold up, back up. I can do a lot better. I think I at least see that, right? I see the pull there that gets me a pre-relentless 1 turn early, which is something. It's something. Yeah, it's something. These early turns look awful. We're gonna not do great, but we can at least do something. Okay, yes, continue to energy siphon. I think I want to energy siphon the boss here. I think I can do better as a result of this. Hold up. We have a really bad turn here. Yep, we knew this was coming. You go ahead. We click the Wickless recruitment here, which does clear this out. We stop 9 pyre damage, which is better than stopping 8. And then I do Wickless recruitment, which converts me into some rage, and then we get more burnout here, which is great. Fine. Goes upstairs. Now the real question is, do I reform Fade here? I think this pushes more damage through in a big way. It pushes 434. We trade 3, but we push a lot more. Now, I did do this weird ice tornado hit here, which is great. Big fan of that. We stop 8 pyre damage. We engulfed in smoke. We do not ice tornado here as much as you might be thinking we should. And the reason for it is it guarantees we get it on this coming turn, right? Yeah. Okay, so watch this. Comes upstairs, I get the kill here. Okay. Now, with that said, I think we could have done this with 3 more health. Yeah, we could have done this with 3 more health. So, okay. This gets the pre-relentless, 4 turns early, 39 health. I think we can do better. Okay, let's try it again. And we're going to puzzle through improving our score here just the slightest bit. And now this looks so much better if I take... You know, if I actually take, what is it called? The Ember instead of draw. But it is what it is at this point. So play the Weight of Contrition for sure here. Then we can go Lady upstairs. We do Energy Siphon here doubly, right? It is correct to do that, but we don't take damage is the thing. We clear top floor. Pretty easy. Yep. And then we stop 9. Yes. We take this 5. Remember, our goal is to beat 39 health here. If we beat 39 health, I think we come pretty darn close. Let it walk. It's fine. Don't take that 3. Okay, we do take some damage here, unavoidable. Yep, great. Engulfed in smoke, then we stop 3 and 5. We take 3, we let this ice tornado sit. We're sitting at 47. Now, on this turn, I can never kill here. We go Weight of Contrition. Weight of Contrition. You drop the Purifying Cleanse upstairs. We reform Fade, and we get her shot here. Great. Big damage numbers. You hit him with the Ice Tornado after you play the Energy Siphon. Great. And we walk out of this with 47 health, which is superior. Okay. That will do. That'll do. It'll have to do. Okay. Exciting. Intent on Death is a fun choice here. I like this card. We'll take this. That's a very good fast card. Now, at this point, we're past the point where I think the Ember is helping us, so we just take double draw and we say send it, and it's fine. Crazy. I could go Magic Shop, or I could go Steel Shop. Steel Shop's kind of whatever. Magic Shop is fine as well. The Horde is not as good as it could be. We'll go Magic side. The Cave could be awesome. Take everything. Cool, cool. We get a random consumable. Melting. Do I even want Hallowed Drippings? It does have a cool interaction with the Wickless Recruitment, which is fun. I basically convert that into Rage. I'm just going to sell it for money, though. I don't think it's as impactful as other choices, like 10 points. We will take Firelight 3 here for sure. Something's going to have to be quite strong for me to consider it now. -1s are pretty good, admittedly. Like, resin removal is a pretty solid -1 here. This is good because if I draw a ton of units on turn 1 and I get the resin removal, I could still cut it out. I think that we want to have resin removal be cheaper. Now, I don't remove the Train Stewards yet. They are my infusion on ring 8. Which is important. Then we're going to dupe another lady, honestly, and that's going to be fine. Our whole goal is to go hyper fast. So I could re-roll this and look for a double stack on the Energy Siphon. Which I think is worth. We don't see it. That's okay. That's fine. I'm going to save my money then, and we're going to move on. Okay. We're playing a real finicky game. Mark of Invasion is one of the tougher ones. Yeah? I don't think there exists enough draw orders where we don't take 1,000,000 damage here. It's basically like I need to high roll a 1 in 4 to get Shark on turn 1, or just draw him naturally. So Shark on turn 1. The trial is plus 50%. So the trial is worth it even if I have to play top floor. The problem is I basically have to hit resin removal or Shark on turn 1. I guess we could do it with a Wickless Recruitment too. I have 3 cards out of 22 that get me out of this without taking 60%, or just like the maximum score I can lose is 50%. So it's worth it to gamble on this anyway, right? The only way it's worse is if I play top floor and take 50% score loss, right? Because then I'm giving up 30% and 50%. So I think if I take this, draw poorly, I just play bottom floor and we go, whoops, oh well, 1,000,000,000 damage taken, and we still come out a little bit ahead. I think we take the gamble. There are draws that get us out of here. So sure, just see one of them, right? Okay, great. I think this is simple. We go 1 lady upstairs. And Wickless Recruitment, she clears it. I then go fade downstairs with this big one. I'll toss and then I toss the Intent on Death at it. Big scaling. Okay. We've avoided damage so far. I have other tools here now. I see Shark, which is a big win. Now, I think I have to primitive mold or I'm going to fail. I managed to avoid her dying. Now, I could trade... I think Shark upstairs is probably correct. Probably. This is a really interesting one because I might hit a resin removal next turn. But the real question is, do I want the Collector? The Collector's worth 100 points. Versus 10% score. I could also spend the Ice Tornado here. We actually have a lot of tools at our disposal. I'm going to play Shark middle here. This gets me Collector. Then I'm going to expend an Ice Tornado to save this score here. And I'm going to put the Lady of the House on bottom to face tank a bit. I'm going to toss an Energy Siphon at the Dark Wings here. Okay. This is a good setup. We like this. I can... Purifying Cleanse upstairs. I actually think the play is... a big heal downstairs. It's tough, right? But I think the angle is probably... I do have a Steel Pulley Claw option as well, which is interesting. I can Urchin Spines upstairs and almost guarantee that we take out this guy. I do like that. Hit him with the Ice Tornado here. And then you toss a Purifying Cleanse up top. This is good because I want this thing to actually continue to live, is the thing. We're going to go Engulfed in Smoke downstairs, actually. Yes. For sure, for sure. So let's big heal up top so you live. I would like you very much to live. Thank you. Great. Well done. Dark Wings. Now a scary dilemma. But I have an attacking lady upstairs, which is pretty cool. We go resin removal downstairs, toss that engulfed in smoke at it, and we actually clear that floor, which is pretty cool. Daze 3, 40 damage. Don't think it's enough. I'm going to put the Train Steward up top just to get him out of here. And I think I'm going to stick with this play out. This mid floor is now the last threat, right? Okay. We have a serious option here. The Engulfed in Smoke, I think, comes pretty close to clearing top floor out. Especially if I toss the Purifying Cleanse up top so I can Ice Tornado here. Okay, I feel like we did it. I feel like we did it. Okay, great. Okay. Now, it's scary, don't get me wrong. But what if, and hear me out, you just kill the enemy. Just win, right? In fact, it is so very simple. Just simply win. Little fade. Sure, yeah, alright, here you go. We'll put the Shark Man downstairs. Give him some burnout, I guess. That's fine. And we're probably okay. Yeah. Game is actually super easy, it turns out. Incredible. And then we can just kind of send it, and this man takes like 500 damage, and it's over. Cool, we actually did perfect here. This was... We get bottom floor kill, we get the trial, we take 0. Perfect. Fantastic news. Remnant Pact is... It's honestly not bad. give something endless. But I don't really care. I think we're okay. Just take the 10 gold. It's fine. Unnamed Tome, man, I would love to click this on a normal run, but I think it slows me down. And truth be told, I simply do not think it adds more than 10 points to my run. So, yep, we're going to go chase the dupe right now. We do the infusion, absolutely, 100%. That's why we held on to these goobers. A -2, sure, that can just go into what? Ice Tornado, I guess? Maybe? What is this, a magic shop? I don't know if this magic shop is going to do anything for me that really kills it. Combustible Wax has the fun effect. Ooh, Flicker Slicker is also really good. That does solve quote-unquote, Ember in a pretty big way. These are all strong. It's just the question of what is most strong. Another Purge. I mean, honestly, this other Purge, I think, needs to go into a primitive mold, I suppose. Sure, I'll Purge one. Fine. Where the -2 goes, I don't really care. I think I'm going to... You could maybe argue I reroll into a +10 for the Ice Tornado instead. I think we get more value just by making it a little more accessible here. Fine. Great. The dupe is definitely another lady. Just go crazy fast, basically. 290 shards. Now, do I need any of these to win fast? Combustible Wax has the benefit of the synergy with Wickless Recruitment. I don't know if that's enough for me to care. Flicker's Liquor definitely lets me just go ham, which I appreciate. That might be the one real big sell here. If I can just play all of them out on a single turn, depending on how I draw. That is itself quite valuable. Like, I'm not paying to remove the Train Steward here. I'd rather keep my 75 points. I think we're going to be fast enough. I think the Flicker's Liquor is worth it, and that's it. And we walk at 1,200 gold. And I think we're as good as we're going to be here. I think the Flicker's Liquor adds enough value. Alright, big money time. Okay, and then it is as simple as Fade plus Lady. It's fine. Urchin Spines, burn the Primitive Mold, Energy Siphon this Goober, extend Burnout, fine. Unfortunately, I take the 10, and there's nothing I could have done with that particular draw order, so that just kind of sucks. Which is a real tragedy, but yeah. Play this out. Play this out. I do get this man on the floor too. I am going to Wickless Recruitment, the one that got melee weakness. I'm then going to ascend the man up, and we're going to blast him for damage numbers. Okay. We just hit that resin removal real quick. That's pretty tempting and great. Interesting. I wonder if there's a good way to approach this. Maybe. I'm not sure. I could very easily engulfed in smoke up here. It's actually, this is the right choice, I think. Because it means that the 54 will hit this guy and then we get other rounds. Now, I don't want to accidentally mess any of this up. So let's sit on this. He'll come back upstairs. Now, good. I think we wish to Ice Tornado and then Ice Tornado and we get this kill. Alright. That will do. Pretty fast. Good. Mollusk Mage Infusion, by the way, very solid there. Shard of Divinity, yeah, fine. Taking 10 on that combat really sucks. But that draw order, man, there's nothing. Nothing we had. I played it all out. Unless, man, if I missed something very obvious there and I just didn't replay it like a complete goober, you can blame me for that. That's fine. Alright, we're just playing a ton of stuff upstairs here. We're going absolutely hard. Yup. Go hard here. Do I just push huge numbers into this boss? I'm actually going to play this Ice Tornado middle, because we'll draw the other Ice Tornado, and I think that will do better. I think that's true. I'm going to go ahead and we play Lady, and then we play another Lady, and then I will, I think, cut the burnout from one of these. Actually, what I should do and should consider is burnout extending one, and then Wickless recruiting it, which is pretty cool. I'm going to toss the Steel Pulley Claw at this guy in middle. You may ask why. It's just so I want to make space on the floor. Okay, we can go primitive mold here. We will play Fade. Our primary goal is to make the Ice Tornado free. Definitely drop resin removal up here. Play Mollusk Mage Titan Sentry middle. Ice Tornado here. It's a little bit of a waste. I feel like I could have maybe done better if I'd done it the other way. But fine. And then let's just engulfed in smoke. It's fine. We're pushing huge damage numbers. I'm trying to see if there is a world where I can somehow speed this up even more. Let's see. What is the best option here? I think your number one best option is to extend burnout and then Wickless recruitment it off. Ice Tornado, huge value here. I don't like this next floor, but not really many choices. I could stop this damage coming in, actually. Or not the damage, but the armor. Yeah, I will do that. I'm going to actually resin removal this floor as well. And then we will energy siphon next on the boss. There's a pretty good chance if I draw decently here that I can finish this floor off. We actually win anyway, so it kind of doesn't matter. But, yeah. Cool. Alright, good enough for me. Great. Great work. This'll do. It's not bad. I don't know how we did, but it's not bad. I feel like we could have done better. I'm looking for high 70s, but I definitely took a ton of damage in this run, so, you know, I'm interested in... I played it faster than I think I normally do, which... maybe that's a mistake, but we'll see. We'll see. If I got somewhere in the 70s, it's not as bad as it could have been. You know what? 77 is pretty good. I'll be honest, 77, that puts me at a number 5. That's pretty decent. Number 1 looks similar. Man, I feel like these people spend too much money. You know? I feel like they spend way more money than they need to. Yeah, some of this looks the same for me. Mortal Entrapment with a Permafrost and a plus 30. I wonder if this enabled them to connect the dots on faster pre-relentlesses. That might be it. That's kind of interesting. They did find a double stack for the Urchin Spines, which is nice. They played them, took them both. It's interesting. They didn't actually commit to the little fade activity as much as I would expect them to. With this recruitment, they took them both instead of the resin removal. Interesting. I can see some value in it. I did consider it. It's interesting because this looks much less consistent, but at the same time, obviously they got the higher score. They're lower on Pact Shards by a fair amount, and they didn't get nearly as much money points, but still, regardless, it's pretty good. Let's see, something kind of similar. We have a double stack remove consume. They got them stacked up, which is nice. Sure, another 255er. Fair. 275er. This one looks a lot closer to me. You can see the lady of the house going ham here, so that's nice. Some value there. Have the hallowed halls. Holdover resin removal to make up for it. Interesting. Very, like, virtually no commitment on spell weakness. Crazy. Awesome. Glad to see that worked out for you. Look at Mr. Spoder friend. Pretty close in score to this friend. Actually, I think we're like within 180 points. Yeah, we're within 180 points here. 6 and a 7, 5 and a 7. I took 10 damage because of this. Man, 10 damage here is just like an absolute tragedy. That's straight up 1,800 points. Straight up 1,800 points gone because of that. That would have put me at what? 79. 79 would have had me at, man, number 2. I would have been number 2 if I hadn't taken that. So what is the payout is I shouldn't remove as many things as I did. I swear, if I'm going to watch this video back, if I had a tool to get out of that and I just brain offed it, I'm a complete dolt if that's the case. Complete dolt if that's true. Gosh, I don't think I did. Don't yell at me if I did. Oh, that's such a bummer. All right, well, it's fine. We're number 5. I'm not that upset about it. I do think I actually ended up higher Pact Shards than everyone else, which is kind of interesting, gaining some bonus points from that. I'm a little surprised people didn't go as hard into that strategy as... Like, I'm really surprised the early games didn't look very similar to mine, right? Triple upgrade lady. This just seems really efficient here. The shark is a weird play, don't get me wrong, but I think the shark did pay out on some of these, right? So... Look at this. Oh, wow, look at this. Spoder Sam takes 40 damage on ring 7. Meanwhile, I take 0 on ring 7. That's a pretty big swing. Very interesting. So, I don't know. Not much really to add. I think we did a decent job. I think I could have... What? I could have saved a little money. I do think the Flicker's Liquor is a high-value play here, though, so I'm very pleased with that. I think that added a lot of value to us. What else? We could have potentially done a lot better on the... Maybe I take the Urchin's Mines. Maybe I hunt magic shops a little harder, looking for a double stack at the end there, potentially. Re-roll that, look for it. Could have been it. Could have been the big difference there. I think we could have potentially sped up a little bit. So it's challenging because I'm always trying to balance spending money, but maybe I should have hunted more on the magic side and tried to get something powerful here. There's also... You know, I don't think there's ever an argument for more of these. Man, this, like, Mortal Entrapment is a pretty cool play. Double plus 30s in this to make it do 325 damage. That's a big number when you think about it, huh? That is, in fact, a large number. Just draw this and insta-kill the boss as soon as you see it, pretty much. As long as it's not your turn 1. There is a preserve in here somewhere, by the way, which might not have been a terrible pickup if this was your strategy. So, a little interesting there, but fun. Did everyone else do that with the Mortal Entrapment? No. It was only a couple people did that, which is an interesting play. It's a pretty decent approach if you can actually connect the dots on it. But you can tell that it didn't connect nearly as well for folks as you want. So... bit interesting. They're all actually pretty close in practice, so Anyway, I feel pretty decent. I feel like I did a good job, so I'll let it ride there. Don't have much else to add. I want to make sure this is getting uploaded, so hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.